We moved into a cycle of Keith making comments to Jared about his room and Jared ignoring them. Perfect for the next scene. So I let them fight about it for a few days and then started up the fireworks. Step 3. Planting the catalyst. I took a poop in a brown lunch bag and then I hid it in Jared's room. At that point, I didn't have to do anything but wait, laugh, and watch the drama. Everything was already set. Now remember, these early mornings before school were parent-free. This is when most of our fights and arguments would happen, so it was the perfect environment for my entertainment. The fights continued to escalate between the two of them, and eventually even Jared had to admit that there really was a weird smell in his room. He thought it was probably a dead fish that jumped out of one of his tanks. But what does he find when he goes searching? A bag of shit hidden in his closet. Step 4. Reaping the chaos. With the environment seeded so carefully, it was obvious to Jared who the culprit of this misdeed was. Keith, that bastard neat freak. Jared surmised that Keith was so mad at him for ignoring his slob comments that he purposely hid a bag of crap in his room to force him to clean it. So what does he do? Exactly what I planned he would do. He hid the bag of poop in Keith's room. Keith gets home from school that day, and when he goes into his room, he's like, "Oh, what the hell? There's something weird in here." He does a few sniffs and looks around, and what does he find but a bag of crap? So what does Keith think? Exactly what I planned for him to think. Jared, that bastard. So Keith, of course, turns around and hides the bag back in Jared's room. And this cycle repeats itself again and again for a long while. I don't remember exactly, but it was at least a week and a half or two, with both of them finding the bag and re-hiding it in the other's room.